Change is the fundamental thing that our brains evolve to solve. It is the fundamental challenge that we all face as living systems. The problem is that when we face the moment of change, we actually try to stand still. And yet things that stand still in life die. So how can we actually thrive because of change? And it's how you respond to it. Those who respond well do well. My name is Beau Lotto. I'm a professor of neuroscience. I study how the brain makes meaning of itself, how it makes meaning of the world and other people. And I study perception because perception underpins everything it is to be human. Not just the colors you see, but the clothes you wear, the people you fall in love with. Everything begins with perception. Changing behavior requires changing perception. So I'm also a founder and CEO of multiple startups, which means I also apply the very things that I talk about in the real world. So what is the fundamental challenge? What is the fundamental question that my keynotes and my unmastered classes support? And it's how do you thrive, not despite change, but because of change? So how can you take agency in evolving in the moment of change? Is you change how you enter it. How you enter a situation will determine how you respond to it. And some ways of entering are simply better than others. And the beautiful thing is that your brain came into the world with 10 ways in which it can actually evolve in the face of change. I call them the 10 C's. So people walk away from the presentations understanding those key skills that they already have. They're essential to take agency in their own evolution, which I call becoming evolvable, because no one can evolve if they're not first evolvable. Then we can talk about, well, who needs to evolve? It's leaders. Why? Because the way of being of a leader infects the whole organization. Culture cannot be created. It emerges from the way people interact, especially the leader, because the leader gives permission of how people should interact in the organization. What needs to evolve is your perception, because perception underpins everything it is to be you. You evolve your perception, you evolve everything about you. When do we need to evolve? It's in conflict. That's the place where you practice all of this. Why conflict? Because conflict is the only place your brain can actually evolve. And yet in conflict, we try to stand still and move someone else. We try to get someone else to take the risk, not us. The problem is not conflict. The problem is how we enter it in the first place. And those who enter conflict with those 10 C's, they both create a culture that's evolvable and they themselves evolve, which increases the innovation, the creativity, and the well-being of both the individuals and the whole organization. I help you take agency in your brain's ability to evolve itself.